This is the boardroom. This is the farm's boardroom.
This is our office. This is our boardroom.
Yes.
And that's why we are saying we are so serious. We even have our book here.
We have a book. Everything has to be noted down.
Exactly.
You've already put the minutes down.
Exactly.
Now we are on the action point.
True.
And you know there are so many things farmers have been facing.
Yes.
And there are so many farmers have been experiencing, and so many questions that new farmers want answers before they start farming, or before they invest into farming, because farming is a business like any other business.
True.
I usually tell people, somebody asked me, what else do you do other than farming? You know, in the mentality of that person was, you're supposed to be doing something else, then you farm. You see, so they expect Fred is doing something else, then he's farming. And surprisingly, me and you, we have no other business.
No. You know, the thing about such type of people, they take farming more of a hobby.
Yes.
And it's a notion a lot of farmers. You know, we have farmers.
Yes.
And I won't use a bad word, but I would call them farmer wannabes.
Farmer wannabe.
Yes, they love that farming.
Yes.
Probably they grew up through a farming setup.
Sure.
But now, because probably they have A to Z that they are doing, they feel that farming would be a side hustle. But which is okay, Fred.
Sure.
Because as a side hustle, we are talking about something that is bringing extra income.
Sure.
Something as a business for yourself. But they think that these farmer wannabes, I want to separate them. We have farmer wannabes and we have farmers.
Yes.
The thing about these farmer wannabes is they take farming more of a hobby. For them is so long as I bring my 100,000 shillings, I love to do farming. I do this that I've seen in YouTube, that I've seen in Facebook. I'll be able to be successful. And you go 2-3 months down the line, amechoma pesa, the farmer wannabe is crying. And begs the question, what needs to be done to change such ideologies? And that's why people like us now, experts in the field, are coming up with different ways. Not that there are things that have not been done, but some of these unique ways, just to show people farming is a serious venture. It's a setup like any other place. It's a factory. You know, me actually tell a lot of people interact with. A farm is a factory. It's a production site.
It's a production site.
The way production site factories in Australia have a certain system. They even have shifts.
Yes.
We know by 7 a.m. some people should come in to be able to produce certain commodities. It's the same also for a farm. We try and emulate such. If it's people to come at 7 a.m., at 8 a.m., it should be at that 8 a.m. sharp. It should be at 9 a.m. And you see such things. The same way we are trying to also show this is our office. You know, farming is more of practical.
Sure.
We can afford offices in Nairobi, we can
Very
afford
true,
offices in these big cities. But you can't be talking about farming, you can't be trying to educate people out there, you can't be educating both farmers and these farmer wannabes when we are at a real setup office in Nairobi, at a boardroom, at a desk with our laptop, with our iPads, and talking about tomatoes, or even talking about this fish that we have here behind. But we are here on ground, and we are able to relate things that can be able to be seen. That's what I'm talking about. Doing something in a unique way. It's a normal thing, but you are trying to do it in a unique way.
So that means to the farmer who is following us, or who is following the conversation, it shows that farming is something that is hands-on, that you have to be present for the operations to take place.
Definitely, Fred. And it's something for me, the people, you know, for us, we manage a lot of farms. We manage farm holdings.
Sure.
But we try also to discourage what we call telephone farming. We want whoever we are managing their farm, like the owner of this farm setup that we are, already knows I'm here today, what is being done. Almost every single week, I love her here. She'll come see whatever I was able to say today or on a Wednesday. She'll come in on a Friday. If I saw a certain disease, I saw a certain pest, whatever I was able to say on a Wednesday, she'll come and relate on a Friday. No, miss, as an agronomist saying, you know, I came here in tomatoes and I saw tuta absoluta. I need some few thousand of shillings to buy. Cents. doesn't know if it's true there's that tutor, doesn't even know if tutor is a pest or a disease.
Yes.
It's such things we try to discourage. We want whoever is a farmer, be the farmer wannabe,
Yes.
to be part and parcel of that process from onset. Should be able to know land preparation. Are
Yes.
we doing tillage and plowing through the tractor? Are we doing conservation agriculture?
Yes.
Why are we doing either of them? Why are we plowing the tractor?
Yes.
Why are we not plowing the tractor? We're going the conservation agriculture way.
Yes.
At transplanting,
Yes.
why are we transplanting these seedlings at this time of the day and not at 12 noon?
Yes.
Why are we transplanting at 3?
Yes.
Why are we transplanting early in the morning?
Yes.
And why is this distance? If, for example, our tomatoes, we are going to play with 45 to around 50 centimeters,
Yes.
why not 30 centimeters?
Sure.
These clients should be able to understand this and not to expect an agronomist to do a miracle. You know, we have a lot of people here, we expect us to do miracles.
Yeah.
I've given you the money. You gave me these estimations of 10 tons, 20 tons, 30 tons per acre of onions.
Yes.
Why is it?
Yes.
But this client should be able, if it's onions, the client should be able to know that when it comes to onion yield, it starts from onset, from the nursery setup.
Yes.
If you do your nursery setup in a nice way and you are able to encourage more plant population, your yield will be high.
Sure.
But if you do it in a Kienyeji way
Uh-huh.
and your population is bad,
Yes.
there is no way you'll ever get to 20 tons. And that's why you're seeing a lot of onion farmers in Kenya. If you even take that statistics,
Yes.
a lot of them are doing about 1 acre. They know when they go to Facebook, when they go to YouTube, they are being told in an acre you are doing 30 tons.
Yes.
But in reality, a lot of farmers in Kenya are doing 6 tons, 7 tons. And when you look at that math, doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make
in
sense.
Business.
So talking of that, talking of the production and everything, you know, in most cases when we approach farmers or when we are engaging farmers, majority of them never even comes with the production quantities. They come with the financial mindset.
Yeah.
That you can get 1 million in onion farming.
Yes.
You can get this in, you know. What can you comment about that?
No, it's a process. Farming is a process.
Yes.
It's a gradual thing.
Because you, as an agronomist, the very moment you engage a farmer with this mentality of 1 million in 1 acre,
Yes.
sometimes they may end up rocking you in a cell because you failed to give them
Exactly.
1 million.
Exactly.
And this is the discussion that I've been trying to avoid on my side with farmers in terms of the returns when it comes to finances.
Yes.
We first settle on production.
Yes.
How much can we produce?
Yes.
Then the market.
Yes.
First, the market comes first.
Yes.
The production. Then the returns comes after.
Yes.
After we have perfected that, now we can come to the real goal, which is now let's go to the 1 million because you already know our capacity of production.
Yes.
So your comment on that when it comes to that, how do you handle those farmers?
No, for me, I follow an almost similar approach. Really to avoid the end numbers.
Yes.
Because I've been in the field. It's now my 6th year. It's now my 6th year actually.
6 years. You are 6 years old in professional.
6 years in the profession.
Yes.
I've seen a lot. Starting out, you know, we had those theories from university classes.
Yes.
Things that we have seen online. But when you are in this field for 6 years doing the same thing every day, you are able to relate a lot practically.
Yes.
And when it comes to yield, I've learned a lot.
Yes.
Even for the onions you're talking about, the yield differs a lot.
Sure.
The yield of a person who is in Machakos and the yield of a person who is in a place like here in Moranga can never be standard. No matter if these people decide to do the same number of inputs, the same quantity of inputs, the same style of management, yield goes different. Because again, farming is a natural thing. We depend on natural processes. There's the climate aspect, there's the weather aspect. Machakos may be too hot, Moranga may be too cold in the morning. You see such aspects that make these yields be different. So as an expert, if you mess and tell your client, give me 200,000 for onions 1 acre, I'll give you 1 million. That's where you start getting it wrong. Talk about doing it right from the start.
Yes.
If it's this nursery management, if it's the crop spacing, concentrate on, you know, when you talk about the numbers, it's more of quantity.
Yes.
But the other secret I've learned about over these years is concentrate on quality.
Concentrate
not
on
on quantity.
Yes.
When you concentrate on quality,
Mhm.
quantity comes in automatically.
Sure.
If you are looking at the crop spacing, if you are feeding at the right time,
Sure.
if it's nitrogen on onset, if it's phosphorus for root formation, if it's potassium at some point, you are encouraging your crop to have the right quality that the market needs.
Yes.
Then as you concentrate on this, now quantity comes in automatically. We work on estimations most of the time, and it's on average. Like for onions that we are talking about, a lot of farmers are doing 6, 7, 8 tons. Those who are doing well do 10 tons, but we have that potential of getting to 15, 20 tons.
Yes.
So if you give your client a 10 to 12 ton estimate, which is on average,
Yes.
and you are able to manage a 14 ton, you're already above that target.
Sure.
And that's what should happen out here, even for farmers, not even those farmers who don't deal with farm managers like us who manage projects.
Yes.
Let them also don't concentrate much on these numbers.
Okay.
Just the way you have said, just to reiterate on it, market is the number one thing. Market is our boss.
Sure. Market is the employer.
I can't come grow here tomatoes and I know nothing about the market. I want to grow cabbage. I've seen farmers growing cabbages 2 acres. That is about 40,000 heads.
Yes.
They are like asking this farmer, and where will you sell? At I'll go talk to schools. Don't you think those schools already have someone? You'll be the first one.
So the schools are waiting for you.
They can be waiting for you, and you find this farmer is working on an assumption, on a gambling aspect.
Yes.
Didn't do the market research. Well, start with the market research.
Yes.
Then after that, be able to know I need to produce cabbages because of A to Z.
Sure.
Yes.
Wow, that's interesting. And you know, if farmers don't get this kind of insights,
Yes.
if farmers don't get an agronomist like you can be able to tell them what it takes to succeed in farming, they end up losing, because there are so many other agronomists out there who are so much into lying to farmers.
Yes.
Their main interest is to make money, then they go missing.
Yeah.
So Volnisa, still on farming, on marketing, there are so many things that farmers should know, especially when they are starting their project.
Yeah.
And for a while, because I've been monitoring majority of your project, I've seen this thing. You are very observant when it comes to these things. In majority of the project that you're doing, you don't do monocropping.
Yeah.
You don't deal with one crop. Some field I've seen you doing open field in one farm. You're doing greenhouse. You're doing shade net, and even you're introducing fish farming.
Yes.
So why the approach? Why is it so? Why are you trying to do the mixed farming? Why is it so?
The secret to agribusiness, Fred, relies a lot in diversification.
Diversification. Let me write that down.
Yes,
Today I have my notebook with you. To diversify.
Yes.
Diversification.
Diversification is key.
Uh-huh.
And this is a strategy that I was able to learn from shopkeepers.
Mhm.
You know, you sit down and try to observe a shopkeeper
Uh-huh.
and ask yourself, does this shopkeeper has sold to me, for example, milk? And when you do your research, you find that a packet of milk is giving this shopkeeper 5 shillings. 5 shillings is little money. But
Yes.
at the end of the day, this shopkeeper is able to pay rent,
Yes.
is able to take care of the family, is able to pay the fees, is able to take care of basic necessity.
Yes.
Some of them even go to the extent of even having cars for their businesses. They have bought the D-Maxes, the pickups, the Pro Boxes.
Yes.
And you try to wonder how these 5 shillings of milk.
Yes.
But when you look deep, it relies more on diversification and numbers. If this shopkeeper is able to sell 100 packets of milk in a day, getting 5 shillings,
Yes.
that is 500 shillings.
Yes.
If this shopkeeper comes again to bread and gets 10 shillings per bread,
Yes.
sells another 100, that is 1,000. It's
Yes.
already 1,500. Comes sells eggs, comes sells sugar. You find this shopkeeper is able to accumulate at the end of the day something like 4,000 or 5,000.
Yes.
If you do 5,000 times 30 days,
Yes.
give or take is 150,000 shillings. And when you look at 150,000 shillings, not even most people go to the office are getting that 150,000.
Sure.
It's the same way now we come to the farm. If was I to rely on tomatoes alone, and be able to make sales of just 5,000 shillings a week.
Yes.
And we look into a month, if you do 5,000 times 4, that is 20,000.
Yes.
Workers are supposed to be paying that farm.
Sure.
Me as the expert in that farm, as the consultant of that farm, I'm supposed to be paid. There are inputs that are supposed to be bought at the same time.
True.
So if you're working with this 5,000 of tomatoes, and when you look at that cost, at the end of the day, this farmer is going on a big negative. And we are trying to insist farmers are not charity organizations. Farmers are not Red Cross.
Yes.
Farmers are not doing this thing because they are that philanthropic. Farmers are doing this thing to make money.
Sure.
So coming back to that strategy, if I can be able to do sales of just 5,000 shillings of tomatoes, come and do sales of capsicums of just 5,000 shillings.
Yes.
Come and do the general vegetables, cabbages, spinach, skuma of another 5,000, the managu.
Yes.
Then come and do probably the chilies of
Yes.
another 5,000.
Yes.
I have a net of something like 20,000 sales. If I do 20,000 times 4 is already 80,000. So even if I try and subtract these costs of wages, I come on the inputs, you'll find this farmer is able even to just remain on a give or take or even 20,000.
Sure.
So if this farmer is that farmer you're talking about who is doing it as a side hustle, as a side business, is able to get 20,000 from this project, and this farmer invested a certain amount of money, like 200,000, but getting a guaranteed of 20,000. When you look on the business aspect, if this farmer had taken to the bank the 200,000, it won't be able to get that interest rate as this income generation that he or she is able to get every single month. So that is the secret of diversification, and that's why I can't concentrate on one crop.
So in short ones, you can say diversification is spreading of the risk.
Exactly, that is actually the term. You are able to spread the risk. Anything can happen, Fred.
Yes.
I may concentrate on my tomatoes alone, and you know how delicate tomatoes can be.
Yes.
One night can get very cold. You come early in the morning, you may think someone did some fire there. The tomato has burnt.
I have a sad story about
exactly. It's something
the
that
disasters
happens
when it comes to blight.
So I was depending on sales for tomatoes to pay people to do A, B, C, D.
Yes.
But now it has happened that blight has swept it to, you know, their extent that even beyond repair.
Yes.
And if you're trying again to cure them, you end up again using a lot of chemicals.
Yes.
So if you're in a situation where you have one crop and you have nothing else, you are going at a very big loss.
Yes.
That's where you find stress will come in, pressure will come in. But if you have something that will console your heart, you are like, okay, tomatoes burnt because of that blight, but see, I still have cabbages I'm selling. I still have capsicums I'm selling. I still have cucumbers I'm selling. You know, there's something that is also able to console you, because it's about that risk now. You have spread your risk.
Also something that is running the farm.
Yes.
Remember, with losses or not, you're going to pay your farm workers.
You have to pay me still.
The agronomist is paid even prior visiting the farm.
Exactly. I'm still waiting for that money.
Yes.
You see, the bad thing about we are agronomists, but again, we have to speak the truth is, an agronomist is like a doctor. A doctor is paid whether the patient dies or not.
The agronomist
will get your money. And to some extent, on a human aspect, you may feel bad. But what can you do? Because also as an agronomist, you have to survive. You have bills to pay. This is your work.
Yes.
But again, we try as much as possible to avoid that, and that's why we are encouraging our clients, our farmers, on diversification.
Sure.
If one of your crop has been attacked by something that is rendering it almost a loss, we have something else that is able to run the farm with no single problem.
Yeah, also I can add something on diversification, talking of diversification, but this time round is not the business aspect, but taking care of the soil.
Yes, exactly.
When you are diverse, you are able to do the crop, a good crop rotation, as opposed to the monocropping where you have to, the radars to rest for a certain period of time, so that you can continue with your crop.
No, for crop rotation, it's also an advantage because like here where you're seeing our tomatoes, we have harvested it. It's now our 5th week. We have another 5 or so weeks. We are midway harvesting it.
Yes.
After that 5 weeks, we won't bring tomatoes here.
Yes.
We won't bring capsicums here. We won't bring the chilies here, the
Yes.
Solanaceous family.
Yes.
We'll take it to a different place where we are doing cucumbers. We'll take it where the cucumbers are.
Yes.
Then now the cucumbers will come here. These are Solanaceous. These other ones are the cucurbits.
Yes.
We are able to interchange that, or we can bring in the brassicas, the cabbages, the skuma wikis. We can bring in the spinach. We can bring in short-term crops.
Yes.
We are able to avoid soil-borne infections to a very good extent. We are able to control fusarium wilt.
Sure.
We are able to control bacterial wilt. Like for me, for example, I've never seen an issue on bacterial wilt. I've never seen an issue on fusarium wilt. And at the same time, remember, Fred, as we are talking about diversification, there's also the consistency aspect.
Sure.
Yes,
sure.
we have the tomatoes. We can't have those tomatoes, then harvest for the 10 weeks. Then after that, there's a gap. There's no tomatoes to be sold. We already have small tomatoes coming up. We know in the next 5 weeks, as this tomatoes is going to finish up, another lot of tomatoes is going to start.
Yes.
So the same field, we are able to try and interchange it. There were cabbages before in that small tomatoes. Tomatoes have now come in.
Yes.
Then now, as cabbages are going to come into this other place, they are able to rotate within themselves with no single problem at all.
So you've mentioned something very important about consistency.
Yes.
And when I'm handling consistency, the biggest command comes from the market.
Yes, yes.
I've been telling farmers, you better produce lower quantity and be consistent in production, because the person who is at the market selling onions, in most cases, the market, you'll find they are so much into mono kind of market production. It's under rare condition you'll find somebody with all farming produce selling in the market. You'll find someone selling watermelon alone, doing onions alone, and other produce. So this person who is doing onions, there is no day you'll stop selling because you're not producing.
Exactly.
So talking of consistency, what are some of the things farmers need to look at, or what are the factors farmers need to consider so that they can be so much consistent? And remember, you talked of diversification. A farmer who is doing 3 to 4 crops.
Yeah.
And the starting point was the market. So is this farmer going to connect or to plug to different markets and come grow to this market, or will this farmer just have one market that they are sure of, then grow other things? When they matures, they take it to the market? Now, in terms, now talk in consistency and marketing. What can you comment about it?
So on consistency, on diversification, I'm talking about diversification, I'm
Yes.
talking about consistency,
Consistency,
I'm talking
yes.
about the market.
Yes.
We also look on the aspects of logistics. When it comes to market, logistics can be a nightmare for farmers.
Yes.
I am here, the market is in Marikiti, Nairobi.
Yes,
I
yes,
have no
yes.
means of transport.
Yes. From here to Nairobi is around 80 to 90 kilometers.
Exactly.
Yes.
Then you find again your tomatoes, you have found the market in Nairobi.
Yes.
Capsicums, you have found the market in Embu. So you see here logistics again. Okay, you have got the market,
Yes.
but the logistics are a nightmare.
Yes.
But if you are able to concentrate within one place, let's say for example Nairobi, Marikiti takes a wide range of crops.
Yes.
Same to City Park, same to major markets. They have those different. They take tomatoes, they take onions, they take the cucumbers, they take the eggplants.
Yes.
So if you are able to concentrate on a single place, you have diversified first.
Yes.
You have been able to know in Marikiti I can sell my capsicum,
Yes.
I can sell my tomatoes, I can sell my eggplants, I can sell my cucumbers. You have been able again to deal with logistics.
Yes.
So you know you are incurring one single transport costs, taking all this produce. If it's 50 kg of this, 50 kg of that, 50 kg of that,
Yes.
they are going one route.
Yes.
They're not taking 50 kg one route, the other 50 kg is going the opposite route.
Yes.
Then now it comes on when you're talking about, for example, the onion person is selling onions throughout,
Yes.
the tomato person is selling tomatoes throughout.
Yes.
It becomes, and you have cases where these traders are able to help farmers in terms of logistics. They are coming to the farm to pick. So when you are not consistent enough, this person has been buying tomatoes from you, then now comes to your farm at a certain point and finds a lot, there are no tomatoes. You start giving the person a lot of stories. Unajua sana fanya, I'm doing crop rotation, I'm doing cabbages now here. you are losing this market already because this person doesn't buy cabbages.
Sure.
The interest is in tomatoes. But if you are able to lock this person, either if he or she is coming or you are taking to them to the market, try and have that tomato throughout. Because the other thing on a business aspect, Fred, I've been able to realize, the other thing is that farmers are messing up on timings.
Sure.
Timings, we are getting timings wrong now, even as an agronomist.
Sure.
I promised a client September we are going to have a peak of tomato prices, but rains last year the rains delayed.
Yes.
So by the time we are getting to September, over the 3-4 years, I know September prices are high. It happened that rains rained around June. They delayed in May, rained about in June.
Yes.
So the people who depend on rain-fed agriculture were able to have the tomatoes in September.
Sure.
So the tomatoes were at a very low price. Same way we are seeing now rains are raining in January.
Yes.
So if there's that timing, climate change is making it a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
But if you are able to time and have a produce better part of the year, you are able to have when it's low, suffer when it's low, which is still okay.
Yes.
But when it gets to its peak, something like tomato can get to 10 times more of its price.
Yes.
It's able to caution you when you got your loss. Then there's that period when it's medium.
Yes.
So you are only suffering once but benefiting twice at its peak and when it's medium.
Yes.
Yeah.
So talking of timing, the wrong timing that I've discovered and I'm not planning to be responsible to take risk again is the festive timing.
Yes.
Majority of the farmers or all the farmers time the festive seasons.
Yes.
And then we all meet in the market.
Yeah.
Remember, only few farmers who do a market research. Like you're saying, go to the market, know what you can produce. If you can be able to get a market for multiple farm produce, the better. So majority of the farmers grow tomatoes, grow onions, targeting Marikiti market or Nairobi market, and they have not gone to do the research on that market. They are just doing try and error.
Yeah.
Then we meet at the market. They come to know that Vonis is selling the tomatoes and we are not selling. They think you are using juju. You are using a witch doctor to sell your produce.
Exactly.
And it was because of the market research that you did. You did a market research.
Exactly.
You came and did the diversification. You never ran into tomatoes alone.
Yes.
Remember when tomatoes are in peak, sometimes cabbage is at low price. When cabbages are in peak, they cannot be sell at low price at the same time.
Yes.
So with these, people try to know the magic that you're using, and it's as simple as that: market, diversification, and consistency. And today you've taught me something new that I'll be using in my training to be like a shopkeeper, the parable of a shopkeeper.
Exactly.
You are selling everything. Today you are selling 10 breads, tomorrow you are selling 2, but you are selling today 100 pieces of milk. So at the end of it, the business is running and the business is swift for you.
Exactly.
So that's good. I think we've learned a lot from this session. The boardroom, you have enjoyed the condition of the boardroom. And parting shot, what would you like to tell farmers as we start the season? The season is starting.
No, my message will always be the same.
Yes.
Farming is not a gambling site.
Sure.
Like in my campus, I used to play sport pesa and the betika and the likes.
Yes.
There's that thing we call placing odds.
Placing odds.
Yes, you place odds on Man U, Arsenal. It's like the stories of chances.
Yes.
Today you are saying Rashford will score. You have already bet early. Then you find Rashford had an injury. It's not even appearing. You lose your 1,000 shillings. That day you sleep hungry.
Sure.
So it's the same way when it comes to farming. It's not a casino. It's not a betting site. It's not a place of chances.
Sure.
Farming is a business. Farming needs a business plan. There's that agri-business plan.
You start with the
onset. You have to know the market.
Sure.
You have to know on land preparation how I'm going to go about it. You have to plan on your space. You see, you're talking about diversification, you're talking about consistency and all these things. They may not be possible in every single land. Something like diversification. You can't have quarter an acre and diversify. But you can be smart enough and see, because I have a quarter an acre, can I do a shade net? can I do a greenhouse and maximize on production? I have 10 acres. 10 acres, now it's very much possible on diversification and the consistency aspect. You don't need to come and do your tomatoes on 10 acres. You can start 2 acres, 2 acres, 2 acres, go gradually. You find within this month of January 2023 all the way to January 2024, the market is getting your tomatoes. So my parting shot is for farmers to consider farming as a serious business. And at least I'm happy a lot of this perception is changing out there. People have realized there's this theme most of us insist on, ukulima si ushamba.
Ukulima si ushamba.
Exactly. Yeah.
What ukulima si ushamba in English?
Ushamba in English becomes let me see, it's not a backwardness thing, it's not an uncivilized way.
It's
not
to be a farmer doesn't make you uncivilized.
Exactly. It doesn't belong to poor people, doesn't belong to illiterate people. And that's why we are saying some of these rich people will get getting into farming. Dangote is doing a lot of farming. Meaning if a person like Bill Gates can be able to see the opportunity that farming has to offer, is the same way also farmers have to see that. Is the same way, and that's why I tell people, for like Africa, we are a lucky continent. We have the soils, we have the right weather. Coming specifically to Kenya, we are a tropical climate. We are lucky enough on crops. I'll give you a quick example, a crop like strawberry. The biggest producer in Africa is Egypt and South Africa. South Africa is #1. But when you look on the production aspect of it, Kenya being a tropical climate, we are able to produce strawberries throughout the year. This means if you plant strawberries, you can be able to harvest every single week from 1 year to the next year, and you can harvest strawberry for 3 years. But when you go to temperate climates like South Africa, they only have seasons. They have June, August, only that they're coming up with technologies to try to be in the market throughout. But just that opportunity, there's that opportunity itself, there's that, it's showing itself. If we can be able to concentrate on things like strawberries, things like passion fruit is another example that in Kenya you can produce throughout the year because of that aspect of climate.
Yes, I know many farmers will be interested to reach out to you. Because I can confirm to them you are doing a good job in the crop. And they may need your hand to help them, assist them, farm and market. So, are you still running the marketing company?
We have a market company called Ekosokoni.
Ekosokoni, yes, the Ekosokoni market company. And we also Maishamba as now the producer.
As the producer, we also have Maishamba Limited, which acts as the agronomy aspect, the consultancy aspect of it. Then now Ekosokoni comes in just to try and help farmers go around the market, go around the logistic aspect of it, connecting them, giving them different options. So for anyone who would love to reach me, they can reach me through both of my pages. We have Ekosokoni, just to spell it is ECOSOKONI. Both in Facebook, we are in YouTube, we are in Twitter. Then there's Maishamba, just to spell it out is MAISHAMBA, Maishamba. I'm also in YouTube, I'm also in Twitter, I'm also in Facebook. Then for WhatsApp, they can reach me through 0748 32 36 28. Throughout I'm in WhatsApp. For calls might be a little bit tricky because you see we are on our bike.
For WhatsApp, those who are not in Kenya, they can use the code 254.
Yes, they can use +254 748 32 36 28.
Okay, that's good. You've heard from the best agronomist I've been working with for quite some good numbers of years now. He's doing a very good job, and the discussion is very true. The discussion is very pure, very natural from experience. Whatever is taught us is what can make you a rich farmer, is what can make you make good money out of farming. The shopkeeper parable is the keyword. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you can continue learning together. Bye.